Hello everyone, it's Crypto Conan bringing you a market update. Alright, so let's dive right into it. Right here we're looking at the Bitcoin price chart on the weekly time frame. Something interesting I'm noticing is this spear tip of our moving averages coming in. This is going to cause a lot of concern of resistance on my end. This is the 200. This is our daily 50. Right down here we have our 20. What I'm seeing right now is, oh, by the way, that's our exponential 200. This is going to cause a lot of resistance for Bitcoin. So at this point, let's zoom out. What I see Bitcoin doing is we're in a expanding megaphone. I do see this playing out. I don't think the bears are going to get the pullback that they're hoping for until we reach this price point. Now this is my bullish target. I'll go back to my Instagram. Back on January 13th, I thought we'd make this move clear up here to 25,263 is what I have marked out. Crypto Conan does play levels. He's just not in love with his moving averages. Pretty deadly with those levels. Going back, so what would we have to do? We cannot lose 22,475 in my eyes. If we do, this is a must bounce. So we come up. If we lose this level, we could very well bounce and do this. Get my move down. Now, do I think we're going to move down that aggressively? Not really. And I'll show you why. If we go back out to our weekly, let's see here. Zoom back in here. Wow. Boomer. Okay. Let's get rid of that guy. You'll notice our 20 curling up quite aggressively. And if we just chop in here, if we get our move up and back down, we could just chop in here until this 20 comes up and squeezes us through these. That is very bullish. I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but you never know, it could. Let's go to our CME gap chart. Let's get rid of this. Well, not yet. If you're not familiar with CME gaps, they look like that. So I got some blocks blocked out where our gaps are. You'll notice we have some pretty high price targets. That one, median price range is 35. Here we got 28. If we were able to bust through those weekly averages, I mean, we very well could move to my 1618 fib level, and that coincidentally fills that gap before a big move down. There again, I'm not saying that happens, but we do have a nasty one below us. That's a big gap to fill, if you know what I mean. So something to look out for. If we reject here, no bears will rejoice. I don't think they're going to get the aggressive move down at this point. I think this 20 will hold us, and when that does happen, I mean, that puts us in our golden pocket, 61866. You know, that might hold us right there in the 21,000 price area. Time will tell, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Let's take a look at the dollar DXY. So I've been kind of a mad scientist with this. I do feel like I read the dollar pretty well. The reason I'll say that, I mean, I picked out the Pico top of this. It's probably been one of my better calls back in, oh, what would that be, September, mid-September, before it even made its top. See how that played out. See, we topped right where I said it would and pull back. And I wanted it to touch this 200 day. So if we go back to the dollar, where's our 200 day? It's right here. We haven't quite made it yet. Now, we're in a very sticky area right here because one of two things could happen. I have them both circled right here. Our 20 could come down, meet our 50. If we get bullish price action on the dollar, that 20 is just going to skim off, come back up, much like it did here. We could make a higher high from here. That would take Bitcoin into new lower lows. But what if we get a death cross? Then we get what I'm looking for and touching that 20. Most oftentimes when the dollar is dipping, and I'm not going to call it a sell-off, but whenever it's on a downward trajectory, usually does not stop until we touch that 20. Of course, dates back here. So we had 1, 2 downward trajectories that touched. Did not here, did there, went well below it. Will we do it again? Let's see. Kind of just drew this out. Not saying this is going to be in play, but it could look something like this. And trend lines do work for the dollar, believe me. So we could see the dollar coming all the way back down to that 90, 91 mark. All right, so let's go to ES1. If you watched my last video, I was calling a little zigzag here in this move up to the 4200. I was pretty cautious of unloading my swings here, depending on what kind of reaction we got. We seem to be holding steady, and then with my Bitcoin sentiment, I decided to hold on. Good thing I did, because some of them boomed. What I'm looking at now, we're on the 4-hour time chart. You can see how we're just tombstoning up, bouncing off our 50. So our overall move that I'm looking out for is to sweep these highs at 43. To me, that would put Bitcoin in that area of interest, in that 24, possibly 25 area before a rejection or a move down. And, you know, that could just be a pullback and an opportunity to buy for another move up. We'll cross that bridge later. So before I leave you with my final thoughts, I want to let you know that I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow around 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I'm going to start live trading and deep diving into all the altcoins and what I think the cycle is going to do. I'd love for you to join me, request coins, and we'll just talk market. Yeah, I'd like to know if you plan on watching. Leave a comment for me. If there's an altcoin that you're going to want me to look into, leave that in the comment as well. But back to Bitcoin. So this is the move that I might be favoring at the moment. Taking a second look. I think if we do lose our megaphone, I think we'll get a really good bounce off our 200 EMA, which coincidentally lines right up with our highs off our last lower high. And then I'd look to reclaim and finish that move off. These dots represent our moving averages on our weekly time frame. Also want to show you that this move up here to our moving averages lines up with our previous high. From there, if we were to reach this high, a couple things to look for. Like I said, I don't think we're going to cut through it just like butter. That'd be amazing. What I'd look for is a sharp rejection or a swing failure. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that I think we're just going to go to the depths. So we'll clean this up a little bit. We could very well just lose that level. Keep grinding, keep trying it. Like I said, wait for that 20 back in our weekly. Another boomer moment. That's 2 in 1 video. So that 20 can curl up and possibly push us through for more bullish continuation. Time will tell. I'll update you. I stay nimble. If things start to look bearish, I'll sound the alarms. All right, thanks for watching. Crypto Conan out.